Okay, so this video is on thriving or surviving because we both know that there are people going through life and everything is going right for them and it seems like it's just so easy and natural for them and they're thriving. They have an abundance of money, they have an abundance of life. We think that they have more time. They're reading the 60 books a year. We can't even find the time to read one book a year. And then there's most of us in this world that are surviving. We're living that paycheck to paycheck. We're just getting by. We're barely happy. We're just, kind of comfortable. We're just getting by. We're just pretty much surviving. So this video is on thriving and surviving, and make sure you stay to the end. This video is not going to be long, but stay to the end because I'm going to be going through a lot of different tangents here, and it's all going to come together as one, and it's all going to be great. Okay, so I just got this bonus check in the mail, and it's not much, but really think in terms of, people that are living that paycheck to paycheck, okay? So this bonus check, I'm just going to kind of fold it in half right here so no one can steal my identity because I have not checked this in yet. So this bonus check is for $1,163. Now, that's not big. I just opened up this business not even 2 years ago, and that's a bonus check, okay? So just for me, I went to school for 4 years, and I have a bachelor's degree. In my last job, I was making $1,000 every 2 weeks. Now that's just a bonus monthly check, and it's already growing bigger and bigger and bigger. And I also get bonus checks for weekly, and I replace my entire income of when I went to school for 4 years. So I replaced my income just doing my regular normal job, my day-to-day job, and then I also get all these bonus checks. I just went to a trip to Jamaica. I literally just went for the week, and I came back and I added everything up, and my trip was about $1,000. That bonus check, so I just went to Jamaica absolutely for free because I was able to travel. I was able to get away absolutely for free from this bonus check. Now, don't worry, everything's all going to come together at the end, okay? So, and I'm not saying any of this to brag. I'm just saying that, do you want to just survive, or do you want to actually thrive, have all this extra money, have an abundance to do all these extra things? Now, I mean, you can see the Christmas tree in the back there. Oh, this way. But anyway, you can see the Christmas tree in the back. So it's Christmas, not on Christmas Day. I was with, my friends and family, but it's December 27th. So we all know that at the end of the year, there's always the new year is approaching, and there's always the new year, new me, right? We've heard about that a million times. New year, new me, everything's going to be so much better the next year. And then do it all again, and it's pretty much the exact same. So if that's you, if you're approaching the new year and you're new year, new me, ask yourself, do you have any plans? Do you have anything written down? Do you have any kind of action? Do you know the action you're going to take to have that new year, new me? Do you even know what you're going to do? Do you know what you're going to change? Albert Einstein said the quote, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. We know we need to change something to actually get that change, right? Action, reaction. So I want you to take a look at your own life. Now, what do you need to change? Do you want to change your weight? Do you want to change your relationship? Do you want to change your job? Do you hate the job that you're in right now? Do you want to change your finances? Are you the one living that paycheck to paycheck? So we all know we need to take action to change something in your life. For me, before, I wasn't happy. And if you're watching and you actually have known me since high school or college, you actually knew me as a shy girl. I was so quiet, I never talked. And if you've ever known me and you worked with me before at a stable job, that you know that I wasn't happy because I've always wanted adventure. I've always wanted travel. I was going through my life unhappy and depressed for most of my life. And it wasn't until I took action to change it when I actually saw my life change. So the first thing I did, what was you have to ask yourself, what do you want, right? So for me, we all have different desires and stuff. And for me, travel has always been my number one. So I have a desire to travel. So the first thing that I did was I saved up and I quit my job and I went and I traveled. And I traveled for 2 years full time. I started living on the dirt. I was a travel writer. I was making money, and it was absolutely fantastic. And it's not that anybody just like gave me that opportunity. It wasn't as I was privileged or I was handed this opportunity. I turned my shoulds into a must, and that's what's super important is, I always wanted to travel. I always had that desire, but it wasn't until I turned that should into a must to where I actually made it happen and I took that action. So if you're trying to lose weight right now, right? And you're saying to yourself, like usually, like most people for their New Year's resolution is losing weight, right? And people are like, well, I should, lose weight. Are you going to actually take those steps to make it happen? But if you change your verbiage a little bit and you say, I must lose weight, then are you going to lose weight? Probably. Like, yes, you will, because you're going to take those actions and make that happen. You're going to change your should to your must. So pick whatever you want to do and say, I must do this. And you're going to you're telling your brain, like, I have to do this, and you're going to get it done. And I told my brain, I put travel as my number one. Like, my travel wasn't, I should do this. It's, I must do this, because I knew that's what I needed to do to make me happy. And I went and I did it. So for a while, I was struggling to find that perfect life balance between, work, travel, family, love. Like I wanted to be like abundant in everything. Like I wanted to have an abundance of travel and yet have, being able to stay home and spend time with my friends and family and have that abundance, with me, with people. And so many times in life, I felt absolutely divided. Like for me, like it was such a hard struggle for me because I wanted to travel so much. That was always my number one. So, but I also wanted to find love too, right? Like everyone wants to, feel loved and to, finally meet that one person that they've been searching for their whole life, their one true love, right? So for me, I was so divided all the time. It was either stay home and build a life and, build a family and have that love, or travel. For me, like I'm that person I'm kind of just like all in, right? And but like most of the time, like I'm from the US, and on average people get 2, maybe 3 weeks of vacation time a year. Now for me, that is not good enough to travel. Like when I say travel, like I want to travel and not just go like 2 places a year. Like absolutely not. My goal, and actually what I'm doing now, is I'm traveling 12 places a year, and I'm gonna teach you all this as well. So yeah, so I was always divided. I either thought I would have to stay home and miss out on travel, or I could have all of travel and then miss out on that love and the home and the friends and the family and that connection as well. I always felt like I had to choose one or the other. Now, if you're still listening and you're still with me, for the first time ever, over a decade, I've been trying different things, new ways, whatever, trying to figure out like how to be like the happy everything, like how to have an abundance of, you can actually like stay home and, make time for your friends and your family, make time for yourself, have a great relationship. I spend a lot of time with my significant other and travel the way that I want to, and which is 12 places a year. That's like my goal, is to travel at least one time a month. That's the only way for me that I can like stay home and be happy and be fulfilled with traveling. Like I need to travel that much, but I know that we're all different and have different passions and desires. And this is going to relate to everybody, okay? So like if your number one is not travel, like it's okay. Like you don't have to be like this conversation is kind of going to like loop in and tie to everybody. So for me, what I needed to do for my life, for my needs and desires, was become my own business owner and become my own boss, so I can set my own schedule, so I can schedule in for me the times that I want to travel, the times that I want, to stay with my friends and family, boyfriend, all that stuff. So I could choose when I work, I could choose when I travel, all that fun stuff. Now, starting your own business, it isn't easy. Like it's work, it's hard work, it's dedication. No matter what business you do or you start or you run, you're going to be putting in that time, that effort, that dedication, that hard work. You're going to be putting time into it. But here's the thing. Do you want to work hard for somebody else, or do you want to work hard for yourself? Do you want to put 50 years of work into somebody else's dream or your own dream? You will get paid. Success will happen when you're dedicated, when you're doing something that you love, that you believe in, success will come. Now, here's the problem. We live in such an instant world, instant gratification. So most of us aren't willing to put in the time and the work and the effort in now for that success later. And I will say it's worth it, completely worth it. Now, for those of you who do not know, 2 years ago, not even, it was like a little over a year and a half, less than 2 years, I became a pure romance consultant. And this is the monthly, and I just started. This is my monthly bonus check, and it just keeps growing and growing and growing. Now, that's just a bonus check. And remember, I replaced my full-time income, just my day-to-day work that I did in my last job, and I went to school for 4 years. That's a bonus for monthly, and I get bonus weekly checks as well. And that's just and I replaced my already income, and this is just bonus. And I just started this job not even a couple of years ago. So I'm already seeing like all of this success and abundance coming my way, and I just started. I just hit the ground running. So here's what I do. If you're wondering what pure romance is, this is basically all I do. I ask someone, hey, would you like to have a ladies' night with me? It's all about empowering women and having fun. Do you think you and your friends would be into something like that? They say yes. I plan the party. I go to the party. We laugh until we cry. I teach, I empower, I educate on women's health. I learn straight from doctors, GYNs. Then they come to the shopping room where they ask me questions about their bodies. I answer. They take things home with them that'll either improve the relationship to themselves and or with a partner. And then I go home. And then I'm sitting there on a high, sometimes taking hours to like actually go to sleep because I'm on a high. And I'm like, I cannot believe I just got paid for that. That's my job. So I literally get paid to have fun and help people, which is insane when you think about it because it doesn't even feel like working. So every time I decide to party is a paycheck. So I don't get paid every 2 weeks, every other week like most people do. That's how I used to get paid too. I would have to budget my money until the next paycheck. So every single time I want to help and educate women, I get paid. So if I want to educate and help women 3 times a week, I get paid 3 times a week, which is amazing. The new year is approaching. So even if it's not the new year and you're watching this forever down the road, like if you ever want to like start to change your life, I would love to help you out, whether it's like, if you're interested in doing this, that would be great. But like, even if you like want to talk about motivation or any of that stuff, like I would love to help you out. So if you are interested in the pure romance opportunity, you have to be a woman to actually, do this business to teach and educate women. But anyway, the kits are on sale right now and I paid full price for my kit and it was worth every penny. So, I mean, I don't even care if it's on sale or not. Like it's worth every single penny, but they are on sale and you can get started with as little as $200. Now it is an investment. So if you're thinking right now, you're like, I don't have $200 to, start this awesome opportunity. Like it sounds like, this is the perfect time to start this. So then you get out of that. Like do you want to go through your life like not having $200 in your bank account? Like no, like they get out of that. You deserve more. You deserve way more. And there's an abundance of money out there and it's just waiting for you to take it. If your phone broke tomorrow, okay, your phone breaks, where would you find the money to replace that phone? Because at that point, it's not a should, it's a must. Like you're like, I need to have a phone and you're going to find a way to get money to get that phone. So, I mean, it's the same thing for a phone, but you're investing in your future. It's an investment into you and into yourself, which is so important. It's more important than a phone. It should be. So whether it is you want to be a pure romance consultant and you want to help women and educate women and all that fun stuff, that's great. But if not, that's great too. Whatever it is, if you're like, I need to change my life, I want to change my life, like you can. All you have to do is just start. You just have to start. You have to take that first step. That's all you have to do. Invest in your future, guys. It'll be the best thing that you have ever done. And the number one reason why people don't take chances, let's just say you want to start a business, what I did, I quit my job to travel full time, or you want to start a business, the number one reason that people hold themselves back is for what? Fear. Fear of rejection, fear of losing money, fear of not being good enough, fear of whatever, just fear in general. That's what stops people living their dreams. Don't worry about that. Do not worry about that. You are the only one that's getting in your own way. There's nobody else that's stopping you. You're the only one. And if it was that important to you, if it's money, you'll find a way. If it's important to you, you will do it and you will succeed. You just have to take that first step. You have to do it. So if right now you're looking at me like, hey, there's like no way that I'd be able to learn about health. Like I've never went to school for that. Well, I didn't either. And I'm going to show you, teach you, train you the entire way. And so will Pure Romance, and so will all the other women on this company, because we're all actually 45% of women that join this is for a sense of community, because we have such a high community together and we all help each other out and we all exchange ideas and we all learn from each other and all that fun stuff. But yeah, you don't need to know everything to get started. You just have to start. If it's anything, you just have to start. You want to open up your own winery. You don't know how to make wine. Okay, well, you're going to have to start. You just start somewhere. Pick anything. Learn. Go to a winery. Ask questions. Whatever it is that you got to do. To start, Pure Romance opportunity, all you have to do is say yes and get a kit, and we're going to show you the rest. And when you do start your own business, like whatever business it is, when you, like especially this business, you work so much on self-development and personal growth. I have never spent so much time in my life on I always thought like self-help books was a bad thing. Like, no, like I always thought before, like if you read a self-help book, there's something wrong with you. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Millionaires and billionaires, Bill Gates, Tony Robbins, whoever, everybody, the successful people, they read self-help books. You have to take the time for yourself. You have to learn for yourself. You have to learn, you have to grow, you have to thrive. And you work so much on personal development and personal growth, and it's amazing. And I think that's also, like, I didn't even know that would come out of this business. I had no idea, and it's one of my favorite aspects. Like, yes, I could take time off to travel, and that's my big why of why I became a business owner, was so I can travel 12 times a year and be financially stable, abundant, and be able to spend time with friends and family. Is for all of that stuff. But yes, like now I've learned so much on learning from others and growing yourself and loving yourself and all that stuff. And if you have known me from before, I was always a super shy girl. So if you're like, Shell, like I can't talk, I can't speak, I'll throw up. Well, that was me too. I could not pass public speaking to save my life. Like my voice would crackle and my throat would close up and my papers are shaking like this, and it was just crazy. But we teach you all this stuff. And when you have, I swear, just having your own business, that is like the most fulfilling thing in the world. Because you have complete control over your life. And I absolutely love that. So I'm going to end on, take that risk. Take that chance. Turn your shoulds into musts. Thrive, not survive. Okay? And just do it. Just do it. If you need like more motivation, go to a Tony Robbins seminar. He has changed my life. So hope you have a great day, and thank you for listening.